Hi guys, welcome to The Baseline. Thank you so much for joining me. So, you ever wake up, scroll the headlines, and feel like the ground beneath your feet is shifting? Like the rules of the game keep changing and nobody bothered to tell you about it? That's not paranoia. That's actually Washington right now. Because here are the headlines that are circulating, and it's already unfolding, right? Trump prepares permanent federal job cuts amid shutdown threats. That's what's happening. And it's not the usual, oh, it's a government shutdown. Everyone gets a long 3 or 4 day weekend. They'll be back with pay. No. That's not what's happening this time. This time, the White House is saying, no, you're not coming back at all. We're deleting your job. We're deleting you. So slow down, take a breath, and think about this in your own life, your regular life, right? You work, you pay your bills, you pay taxes, and every year when Washington plays this shutdown theater, you grit your teeth knowing it's going to pass. But imagine this time, your boss is actually saying, hey, don't ever come back, ever. Your job, it's just gone permanently. Thank you so much for your service. Don't let the door hit you on the way out. That's not a shutdown. That's a mass firing. And it's shocking. It's shocking to anybody who can imagine what somebody is going through in the federal government right now or has a federal job. But here's the thing. According to Politico, agencies have already been told to submit plans to wipe out programs that don't match Trump's agenda. Drafts are already on the desk. And unlike past shutdowns, the contingency plans aren't even public this time. They're hidden. They're completely off the books. That's the first fact I think most people don't really realize, because this isn't a bluff. They're drawing up actual lists. Now, Senator Chuck Schumer called it intimidation. For a former OMB official, he went further, right? And he basically said, it's extortion. Give us what we want or we hurt the country. And let's be clear, that's not partisan spin. That's a direct quote. Now, meanwhile, Trump cancels meetings. He goes online and says he won't talk until Democrats drop their demands. Translation, he's holding 800,000 federal workers hostage to score political points. And here's the hypocrisy. The same administration that cries about law and order is now telling agencies, if the law doesn't mandate your job, you just don't matter. Delete. Imagine running a country like you manage your apps on your iPhone or your Android. Education app? Nah, it's not essential. I'll just delete it. EPA app? Delete. I need more memory. It's insane to do it that way, right? Now, look, I get it. Washington has waste. Some federal programs are about as useful as a screen door on a submarine. I get that. But this isn't a carefully thought out budget cut. This is more like your drunk uncle fixing the Christmas lights by taking a chainsaw to the power line. Sure, the problem's gone, but so is the house. Oh man, sometimes it's so hard to watch the news. But if you're watching this, you probably already feel it, right? That the chaos isn't random, that it's being used as leverage. And you got to give Trump credit for that. He knows how to do that. It's consolidation. It's using your livelihood as a bargaining chip. And here's the part a lot of people miss. It's not just about federal workers, because when those paychecks stop, well, guess what? The diner down the street, they suffer. The landlord doesn't get rent. Local economies take the hit. It creates a snowball effect. So you're not crazy for seeing the pattern. This isn't just about the debt. If it was, military checks or military aid to other countries would be on the chopping block too, but they're not. It's always programs tied to ordinary American citizens. And I'll never understand that part, but there you have it. So the real question becomes this. Is this just shutdown theater taken to the next level? Or is it the beginning of a permanent restructuring of the federal government? because economists are warning an abrupt mass firing of federal workers, it could measurably slow growth. Now, that's not a CNN headline. That's not an MSNBC headline. That's just basic math at this point. Consumer demand collapses, unemployment ticks up, and suddenly we're not debating shutdown anymore. We're staring at a self-inflicted recession. And yet, 77% of Americans say they want debt reduction as a top priority. Now, both parties say that, left and right, independent alike. So the question becomes this: is Trump exploiting that anxiety to justify a purge? I don't know. Let me know what you guys think. But here's what most of us haven't heard, right? 40% of federal workers are classified as non-essential. That's 4 in 10. That's hundreds of thousands of jobs, according to the OMB memo. Now, if they're not legally mandated, they are no longer required. That phrase, no longer required, is that quiet guillotine. It's not about efficiency. This isn't about efficiency. It's about rewriting the federal workforce with a stroke of a pen. Now, is there a silver lining in all this? I don't know. But here's where we do land. As of right now, knowledge is the best leverage. Most Americans think shutdowns are just messy drama. But I think we can all see the bigger play here. And that means you can push back, call it out, demand transparency, because the truth is this: programs can be cut, but not quietly, not if millions of people refuse to look away. Now, of course, yes, challenges lie ahead. They always do. But because you see it clearly, you're already stronger than 90% of the people who just read through headlines. Now, this is just one front. Because imagine if jobs can just be deleted this casually, what happens when the next standoff hits Social Security or Medicare? Believe those are definitely on the chopping block next. Because that's where we go on next episodes. Because if this was the trial balloon, the main event could hit everyone much, much harder. All right, guys, do I have this all right? Do I have it all wrong? Your opinion is very important to me, so leave a comment in the section below. I read and answer all of them. Thank you again so much for watching The Baseline, and we'll catch you in the next round. Okay, cheers, everybody.